have a bit of fun quickly while they're busy sorting it out, right? So we've got
Yeah.
Lauren versus Rebecca, and Lauren being white, and then we've got Megan versus Jesse, and Megan being white. Do you wanna brave a prediction for those two games?
Yeah. Well, no, no, not a prediction, but I mean, I think um, Lauren against Rebecca. I'm expecting Lauren to be um, well. She's more experienced. Let's put it that way. She knows the workings of the dragon bishop. So I expect Rebecca to struggle then. But let's see what let's see what's going to happen. And then the other matchup, I think, is very even, and so that's my prediction.
Okay.
Well, there's no prediction, but I mean,
Yeah,
that's
no, no,
my
you're not going. You're not going to stumble over your words here. You're just gonna slightly say this is going to be a bit tough, and it should be roughly evening, and this one should be this way, but you never know. Without actually saying too much, but you've said too much already. We got you.
something like that.
All right, I've got the Jesse and Megan game. They're up and away, and we've got a straight e4. Um, and I've got to ask you. I mean, you've played a number of these kind of positions. This particular paradigm position with the bishops right next to each other on the king's side.
Yeah.
Does it make it easier for you to work with them when they're like that, or do you like them to be a little bit apart, or at least if they are together on the queen side?
For me, the challenge in this one are always those two outposts, the squares on d5, f5, or f4, d4. So for me, I think that knight c3 could be a little bit of an inaccuracy, in a sense that exactly black can play c6 and then knight e6, and black is able to move either to f4 or white, because white has chosen this knight to go to c3. The knight would rather have been better on e3. I'm not saying directly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm 100%. I must admit, listening to you now, and obviously playing in the last one with the Kings before this, I never actually, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my knights. If I go into a game, I will play a knight, give versus a bishop any day of the week. 9 times out of 10 we'll lose it, but I'll play it anyway. Um,
Sure.
but I do, I'm one of those very few players that actually enjoy knights. I enjoy outposts. And I never actually, and I think Ryan even mentioned this before. For some reason, outposts in Paradigm are actually more dangerous than in normal chess for some reason. Like they're more pronounced.
They are the key.
They're the key.
Yeah,
They're the secret key,
they are the
basically.
key. Yeah,
The
yeah,
skeleton key
outposts.
to Paradigm chess.
Yeah, outposts. You need to get outposts going. So, for example, um, I think knight b6 was probably too rushed for me, because I'm not sure uh, what this knight is doing on b6. Oh, she wants to play d5. Okay, I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
she's going for d5. She's going for straight on.
Right.
I'm smashing the center.
That, that makes sense then. Okay, d5. But okay, white should play here probably d4.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
White should play d4 straight away. Trade, knight
Straight away.
takes, and the bishop. Oh, that's
Oh, that's
interesting.
interesting. So she's stopping d5 this way. Um,
Yeah,
Very good. Hey, Henry, how are you doing, Henry?
Good night to you.
Good, man. Good seeing you.
Henry just decides he's going to quietly sneak in here. Welcome, Henry. How are you doing?
Good thanks. How about you? Andrew?
Very well, thank you, man. Very, very well. Enjoying
Saturday.
some Saturday chess, and I'll have my what do you call it? Ashes out in the background while we are enjoying the women do battle today.
Yeah, that's exciting game.
Very. It is exciting.
So D4's been played. Watu? Ooh.
Yes, d4 has been played, and knight f4 is is very interesting. Could be dangerous for black though, because it means you are losing the center, right? I mean, you're letting go of the center completely. I mean, I can play knight takes f4. You left to play e takes f4, and I can put my dragon anywhere, dragon d2 or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know about this move. It's not a move I would have thought of playing. Let's put it that way.
Again, like here, I think Black's gone about this a bit wrong because, again, very low development on Black's side, for starters.
I don't like knight f4. I don't like knight f4 at all.
No, I agree with you. Knight f4 is like I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what knight f4 is?
Lemon.
Knight f4 is pouring your drink in your glass without the mix and then taking a sip. That's what knight f4 is.
Yeah.
Thinking
now, look, black was in the game, and now black is just simply in trouble, because first and foremost, right, there is a dragon e2 will hit f4, so you probably have to play g5, right?
yeah.
But now, when you play g5, the problem is that e5 and knight e4 is always there in the air.
Yes. And
So-
you got that loving outburst on d6. Doesn't it just look beautiful to you?
What do you think
Yeah.
Black can mix it up a bit and try something like f5 here? Or do you think it's a little bit too crazy?
I think black should mix it up completely here already, because if you wait, it's going to be too late. I
That's
think black should go crazy.
that's a Kenny Willenberg move, Henry.
It definitely is,
f5.
but I think it needs to be played, right? You need to go.
F5.
Actually, I like Henry's idea here. F5 idea, knight c4 later on. Then you can sort of knight c4, knight e3. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you have to, because if you let white settle, it's going to be a problem. You know, if you let,
Yeah.
what does she want? She wants to play dragon h4, but is it really such a threat? Like, for example, if I go dragon e2, if you play dragon h4 check and I go king f1, I mean, I'm asking you, how are you going to defend f4? I mean, I don't know.
But again, it's again one of those scenarios where I'm throwing a jab, I'm throwing a jab, I'm throwing a jab, and if you don't know how to parry the jab's gonna hurt, right? It's gonna set up for the knockout blow. So, I mean, I must admit, the more you guys talk about f5, the more I'm like, I can understand f5, but then you look at you also got to look at the players. Is Jesse going to play an aggressive move like f5? More than likely not.
Yes.
More than likely not.
But it's upper early. She is normally quite an active, a very active player.
Active, not aggressive.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. But now, actually, after dragon f2, because my argument is that the dragon f2 is not really doing much now. So, can black play f5? What do you think? Now,
Or even d5 maybe.
d5 also, f6 also possible, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's-
f6 is to get the knight to c5. That's c4. f6 is just to play the knight to c4.
Yeah, but now I play dragon from f2 to d3, can't I?
Yes.
Re-emphasizing my pressure.
You don't have bishop h4 check anymore. On dragon h4 check.
Exactly. There's no longer dragon h4 check, so my dragon f2 is doing nothing. Maybe I relocate the dragon to c4, and I stop knight c4 nicely, and then I can castle, and my knight is coming to e2 at some point. I think I'm getting some nice coordination. If I play dragon, I must stop knight c4 for sure.
Ooh.
Okay.
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 That's
Oh,
quite
she's
nice.
threatening-
It's still threatening.
But she's threatening dragon takes f4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you have to protect the f4 first, but just
Right.
I think it's a little bit too early to knight e2 maybe.
No,
Like,
the
it was
problem-
like
yeah.
bishop d3. It's not that harmonious.
Exactly. The problem is the harmony. The dragon on f2 is now not involved anymore, because the dragon cannot move. The dragon f2 is now at that piece, so not dead, but cannot move. You know, knight e2 was rushed. Imagine if I had the same position with my dragon d3.
Yeah,
You
that-
know, first dragon d3, then knight e2. Much more harmonious.
You think we'll play b3 here?
I think you've got to go b3 now, unfortunately. But now I can play a5 and things like this. I don't know.
Even
It's getting
d5.
interesting.
d5 as well. Like,
d5. I like d5.
it's gonna be hard to
Okay,
write. Like,
right.
you keep that center, but it's going to be hard to. There's no good way to really keep the tension, maybe.
You know what? I liked White's position, but now after 92 G5, all of a sudden I'm leaning towards Black's position.
You like jumping the fence there, Watu.
No, well, after certain moves for sure. Yeah, B3 must come and now D5, yeah?
But D5
I prefer Black. I don't like the dragon on F2. I don't like the knight on E2. Oh my god, I really don't like many of these.
I have a random question for White, and this is now puzzling me because I can see what Black can do. So, for example, here, Black castling queenside is great. Okay? It's great for Black.
Yeah.
Where's White's king going? I don't want a castle on the king side. That looks horrible. And I don't want a castle on the queen side because that looks worse.
Because before you even think about stuff, you think, what are you going to do about this? What's going on in the center?
Well, that's why I was looking at castling. I was like, I'm just going to ignore it and castle, right?
No. White has really misplayed this, unfortunately, which can happen in this variant, because you know it's so difficult to evaluate. Like you cannot use normal chess evaluation, which I think Dragon F2 was like a normal chess move, you know, not to allow check. But I think somehow the things have gotten away from. Okay, let me play A4 then. What A4?
Yeah, A4 is not bad, but even castling kingside.
Can I raise your A4 to an H4? Yeah, you know, I mean, we're going to be aggressive. Let's be aggressive, type of thing, right?
Okay. Question: can I play here C4? Just to. Oh no, I cannot because I'm. But it's a sacrifice, right? No, it cannot play. No, sorry.
But I think she's gone. I think she's gone Queen B2 so she can castle queenside.
You can what maybe C4 D4 castle kingside maybe.
Yes. C4 D4 castle kingside. Rook C1. Yes. Create get some.
Yeah, I had a feeling she was going to go castling queenside. I'm not a fan of this.
No, I'm not a fan. I think that the black squares are very weak, and I think black can already think about attacking the black squares somehow. If I can double my dragons on that F8, A3 diagonal, it would be quite nice.
It'll take you a while, though.
Why not? Why? Okay, let's say I go dragon distance with the. Okay, that's interesting.
To go dragon F8, I'm pretty sure she's played. Because that's the first thing I looked at was dragon here to dragon
now
F8.
Dragon F8. Now dragon.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. That's exactly why dragon H6 happened.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice way. Much faster way. Now the problem is dragon A3, and now white is in disarray. I think H4 was just missed by Megan. Missed the whole idea of huh? What's going on? Queen sacrifice.
Yeah.
But is it enough? It's only for the dragon. Dragon and knight, yes. Dragon and rook, yes. But just for the dragon, it's not enough.
Well, I think sort of what maybe helps her in this position is that it's still pretty blocked, so the dragon can maybe compete with the queen for the time being.
Yeah, but look at that dragon on F2. I'm still at mid. Cannot even move.
Okay, maybe something. That knight on E2 has to go somewhere, and the bishop, the dragon on F2 has to.
But she's not attacking anything here. I mean, like, I can play here Queen D6, for example. I get to take and then play Queen A3 check, you know. Oh, this way, take and then Queen D6. H7 is protected. Dragon and rook, no problem. Just dragon, Queen D6.
I must admit, the more I look at this position, the more I see white. You know that song, London Bridge is falling down? White is crumbling down.
But you know what? As Henry says, the main problem that white has, that knight on E2 must move. The knight on E2 must get out of the way and allow the dragon to get into the game. You know, dragon D3 or something.
Yeah. But I
But
think
now
I think it's a little too late for that in this position.
there is no coordination. That's the problem.
You can still make it a little bit. You can make black work for the point still. Like if you keep everything solid and protected and sort of try to keep everything closed, then you can still try to ask black to sort of prove.
No, for sure, for sure.
Guys, let's do a quick switch. Let's go to Becca's game.
Okay.
Let's go to Rebecca's game.
That's a nice knight.
Yeah, the knight on g6 is quite nice. But
not anything I would have taken the rook. No, I'm sure.
I must admit, I'm not too unhappy to go and exchange down here with the knight for the rook, considering.
No, you're right. I would not have taken the rook either. The knight is so good.
I would have thought about it like a little bit longer, at least.
Well, considering you guys are loving outposts, right?
Definitely.
Knight g5, knight e4. So knight f7, g5, knight f6 to d4. To e4.
I get you. But I could always keep you with f3.
I don't think you can give me this. Remember, your knight is not looking beautiful there, ne?
Well, you have to sack your dragon, right? I get you, but you are right. It is an idea, yeah? Knight g5. Because even if I do play f3, you've got things like h5, right? And h5, h4, threatening h2. Yeah, I like knight g4, g5. Interesting idea, very.
What Rebecca seems to be doing, although is like playing quite practical chess. You know, sort of keeping a little bit on the clock and taking her chances. Maybe objectively not getting the best positions, but definitely practically putting some pressure on her opponents.
So here in this position, there are two options for Rebecca. Either knight g5 directly or h5. h5 is also very interesting. So h5 asks
can't you go knight e4 here? Knight f6 to e4?
Aha. Also possible, yeah.
Okay, I would have preferred the knight f6 to. I like my knight on g5, to be honest. Okay, so knight takes.
Bring more pieces. Sorry, Andrew, what were you saying?
No,
I was saying.
Take on same thing, right?
Yeah, but the difference is if I played if my knight was on g5, I had the option of playing f takes e4, and then allowing my queen to come in, and sacks on h3. Whereas now I don't have that option.
Okay, that's a good point. That is a good point.
But you see, the issue now with white goes back to coordination. The dragon on b1, great. The dragon on d3. But now let's ask the question: what is they actually are doing?
I mean, also like another way to look at the position was this to say, would you, if you're white, take off your rook on a1 if you could take off black's knight on e4?
Yes, you would.
Easily, without thinking. Without thinking. So
the question is now, how does black now improve? This is the critical question.
h5, 94, anything. I think the problem is white. How does white play the position? This is the problem. I think this.
Oh, I don't like that move.
What happened?
Bishop h2,
what?
Dragon bishop h2. Oh, that's beautiful. I like it. I changed my mind. I like it now. Moves the bishop out to play queen d6 with the idea of bishop to g1 with queen h
G1.
with queen h2 mate. Beautiful.
How I feel about this. If this is that good. Seems like
Okay.
a little bit.
What if I play dragon from b to c4?
Yeah, that's what Khadija also suggesting.
Then okay, then we have to calculate. Knight g3 check, f takes g3, queen takes g3. Is there a threat? I think not. There's no threat.
No,
So
dragon
I-
is stuck, right?
Excuse me?
Dragon
What?
actually like kind of stuck.
But now it's back for sure.
But not this way. I mean, this is
Dragon
dangerous.
G3, Dragon
Yeah,
G3.
dragon g3, rook f3, dragon h5.
Or even knight f2, right? Yeah, knight
Knight
f2.
f2 check. Knight f2 check better.
I'm not sure. Do you want to retake the rook or do you want to keep the knight? I'm not sure.
I want to keep the knight. You're right.
Yeah.
Keep the knight is stronger, right? Keep the knight.
It's like a chess reflex, you know.
Exactly. You are right. Knight f2 is like what you play chess, right? But I think here, just keep the knight. Keep the knight. So rook f3, just play dragon h4. Keep the knight. Keep the knight. Dragon h4 is stronger. Yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah, that knight is a monster. That knight is the strongest piece on the board. But you see this, Andrew. No one can fight against the knight on e4.
No, no. Look, I'm watching this intently with these outposts, and I mean, for someone that like me who loves my knights anyway, this is like being in seventh heaven, you know.
Absolutely. The knight on e4. I hope she doesn't play knight f2 check. Just keep that knight. That knight has no opposition. Play dragon h5 or whatever. h5, h4.
Is I take a dragon h5 here is not.
No threat, right? Dragon h4 then. Bro. I think dragon h4 is more to the point.
I think the last thing on dragon h4 is that she went for it.
Yeah, she went for it.
Yeah, I think
Pity, really.
black might still be a little bit better, maybe, but it definitely makes it easier for black or white.
Okay, now it changes things though. I mean, who's better now? The thing is that I control the center as white. I think white is okay. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm more in control as white. I don't like knight f2 at all. Not at all.
There's a lovely. Okay, so now there comes that dragon bishop. That's painful. I was saying there was a lovely little idea where black could play the idea of e5, pawn takes, rook takes, and then queen takes a dragon bishop, and you have two dragon bishop versus dragon bishop and rook. But obviously with bishops, dragon bishop. Okay, there is no ways. I'm telling you this. There's no ways Rebecca sees that. No ways.
Checkmate.
Rebecca does not see that.
Huh?
I'm telling you, Rebecca does not see that.
It's checkmate.
How can you not see that?
Wow.
I must admit, I will be very surprised if Rebecca plays queen takes h3 mate.
But you gotta play queen to f2 only move. There's nothing else.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything, but I don't. Oh, you can play.
Nothing.
You can play dragon
Nothing.
f1. Maybe. Dragon f1.
Queen h3 checkmate. Then dragon h2. I see.
Dragon f2.
Yes.
Okay, then dragon g3 is still like turns, and you still can't take the queen, huh?
Whoa! Dragon g3 resigns there. Okay, king g1. Then you lose the queen takes dragon king f1.
You guys are giving the dragon way too much credit. You're giving way too much credit for Becca to see this, guys.
But Andrew, why do you play queen h4, right? I mean, if you wanted to move the dragon, you play dragon h4.
I must admit, when I was looking at black's position, the first thing I wanted to play was queen h4. No reason or other than my queen is around the king. That is.
Think, like, what am I going to do after rook f1? Maybe she wants to play dragon e4, maybe. But,
yeah.
So,
I think the idea is dragon e4 and then queen takes h3. Yes, definitely that would be the idea.
I think you should give her a little bit more credit.
Well, I know one thing. Her opponent saw queen h3.
Yeah, that's the point. Wow.
I promise you, I am going to ask Rebecca, did she see queen h3 mate?
I think she saw it.
I don't think she did.
Beautiful mate, but I think she saw it.
It is it's a beautiful mate, but just based on the fact that she missed winning queens earlier with the dragon bishop, the chances of missing that mate is quite high.
But I didn't like queen takes e3, eh? This is dangerous. Now I play. Huh?
e6 and then dragon or the dragon to e5 or something.
Exactly. Why would you take on e3 and open up for the dragon?
I don't like that though.
I don't like that move.
You guys aren't liking too many moves right now.
No, I like queen h4.
Look,
That
it's
was
time
nice.
trouble. It's time trouble. So
Yeah, it's under 3 minutes.
yeah, but I don't like that move. I'm just playing d6 now, and then just dragon e5. Then I think black. Okay, she allows it again because now rook f1.
So, we're just gonna go with the queen.
Oh, e takes d5.
E takes d5. I must admit, I love the move e takes d5 here.
E takes d5 is a strong move. Okay, now d6.
The games are so uneven, like moments of like brilliance and moments of
Yeah. But very nice, exciting stuff. Okay, what do you do with the dragon? Do you go dragon d6? I think you should to try and
You
sort
need to-
of.
right? If you go to like b8 or b8,
Then it's, the dragon's out of the game, right?
then white actually has a better position probably.
Exactly. Okay, so dragon e5 comes. Now attacking g7, forcing rook g8. Dragons c4 to e5. Only move. Come on.
Yeah, there must be. It's like a no-brainer. Right? It's nothing
A no-brainer.
You know
So now,
what's an interesting move here, guys? Instead of dragon b6, b5 looked very interesting.
Because I think the G7.
Was b5 possible?
Yeah,
But b5 and I still play. I would have still played dragon e5.
Oh, dragon e5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I see that there's some issues here. Wait a second. What if I really go crazy and go dragon e3, right? Threatening mate. You play dragon takes g7, king h7.
No, but there's a lot of checks going there.
I know, but where do you check?
Yeah, not really.
Dragon f6 check. I mean on g7 to f6.
Ah, then you pick up the rook. So,
Second e check. Yeah.
and if I go, okay, wait a second, guys. What if I go dragon e3, dragon takes g7, king g8?
Dragon h6. No, you can go to h7.
Yes. If you check on h6, I go to h7.
The other dragon on f6.
You can go to
Play the
f7.
other dragon.
That's crazy. There must be like that's very like if you want to do that as black, you must be 100% sure there is no checkmate. Huh?
No, you push the
I know, but I'm look. What I'm trying to say is that I think that this version, exact. I'm worried about dragon c3, and then you got nothing. I mean, now you gotta go.
That pawn like on g6 is like, yeah. I mean, white position is a dream compared to what I had like a few moves ago.
Exactly. Now you gotta go queen c2. But still not easy. And now,
Yeah,
what do I do?
What you go rook f3 to c3 somehow? But that cranks a bit of an issue.
And now mate's threat.
Can you take on g7?
What do you play, John?
Can you take on g7? Or...
Then king
King
h7.
h7.
But they don't.
Dragon
It's
f6.
Down f6 check. Rook g6.
And maybe you don't want to open that g file as well.
You don't want to open that g file as well. But how do you defend here?
You have to
D7 was a mistake.
But-
D7 was a mistake, guys. How do you defend?
You can go rook g1.
Then queen f2. How do you defend?
Jeez, this game is topsy-turvy. That's all I say.
Queen f2, dragon f3.
Ah, dragon f2. Yes.
I mean, it's not ideal because your coordination is breaking.
Yeah, you break the coordination for sure. Then I play rook d8, no? The rook d8, then I pick up the pawn. So there is some problems now here. D7 was a mistake, yeah?
A little bit hasty.
I don't see anything other than rook g1. There is the only move, right?
Looks like it.
Yeah, it's the only move.
Can you play like a dragon e1? No, it doesn't protect e2.
It doesn't protect. So you've gotta. Oh, you can play rook f3, guys. Rook f3.
The back rank, some back rank stuff.
Back rank is a pawn.
Okay, 3 was good. 'Cause you have
Rook
like
f3,
the-
queen c1.
King h2.
King
Yes.
H2, don't you get checkmated in G1?
I go to g3.
with rook, queen c1, king h2, queen d1, checkmate.
King g3.
No, King G3. I'm still alive.
Oh,
What were you doing?
What is that?
that's a big blunder.
What is that?
That's just a big blunder. That's an interesting game though.
But you're opening the G file.
No, that's a.
Oh, but you're threatening Queen F6. You're threatening Dragon F6 check. Okay.
Yeah, but again, just take on g7 now. There's nothing. I think you don't see rook g6 to block the check, right? Probably.
Yes.
Because
But what do you play here, Black? Queen F2.
Sorry?
What do you play?
The
You
rook
play Queen
g7?
F2.
Oh.
Rook G7 I take.
Wait, you take the. Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Then if you take, I get a queen. Then I get a queen. Then I'm
You think-
threatening perpetual check.
You think queen f2 is maybe more accurate, right?
I think queen f2 is the move here for black.
Queen F2, Dragon C3, F6 check, King G6. This is dicey. This is dicey. This is very dicey.
You've got 3 minutes. Calculate it. There's no rush to find.
But do you think you can calculate that? Queen F2, Dragon C3, F6, King G6, Dragon, let's say, G7, E8 check, Rook takes, then I take and say Dragon is checkmate.
If you got
That's
Dragon f2, Dragon f6 check, Rook g6. Where's your next check?
Wait. So Queen F2, right? I go Dragon C3 to F6 check.
Oh, Dragon c3 to f6 check. Okay.
Then you play King G6.
King G6,
right? Then
yeah.
I play Dragon G7 to E8 check. You must play with the. You must take it with the Rook. Then I play D7 takes E8 Dragon checkmate.
Yeah. So
Holy
you have to play rook
smokes.
h6, right?
So what do you have to play here then?
Rook g7. So rook g6, Dragon g7, Queen f2 there maybe.
Yeah, then don't I have a perpetual check? Shoot.
Yeah, I think so. Then
Then draw. Then I can just perpetual check you.
But I'll
So
also
it's a-
take on rook g7, Dragon g7, King g7, Queen, and then. I mean, materially you're still up in material with black, so you just need to stop the perpetual somehow.
If you play rook takes,
No.
g7, right? Dragon.
Yeah.
Then what are you gonna play?
Then I take. White must take the Rook.
Okay, and then Queen f2.
Oh, I see.
But that's still perpetual, right?
Where's the perpetual?
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Where's the after Queen f2? Where's the perpetual? Because if you go
Okay,
bishop,
I have to go. Okay, I go Dragon F6 check. You go King G6, right?
yes.
Dragon knight.
Then I go Dragon E8 check. It's a perpetual. It's a perpetual. You gotta go King H7, then I go back to F6, then perpetual check.
I mean, black has to take here on g7 probably.
Black must take. To
Queen.
win.
And then like some Dragon d5 maybe.
Dragon D5, yeah. Then if Queen D7 check, but how do you escape? Queen
King
D7
F6.
check, where do you go?
King f6.
Queen D8 check,
Dragon e7.
Queen H8 check.
King g8. No, we can get King f7.
Then I go. Yeah, but you. What? This could be dangerous.
Ah, that's
This is
lost.
losing.
That's lost. Bishop
That's
f6.
losing.
Bishop f6. Queen
That's a
d8.
mistake.
Queen d2 is a
Queen
mistake.
F6 check and then Queen. Huh?
Yeah. Dragon bishop f6.
What was that? That's 22. Okay, that's 30 seconds though. I mean, panic, yeah? Yeah, Queen, and it's finished. Wow. 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 What
happened in the other game, by the way?
this one was just exciting. Okay, but now White is winning, right? Let's
Yeah.
go to the other game.
It should be finished the other game. I think Jesse won that other game. Yeah, remember it was completely winning when we left.
Oh, you take the rook as well. No.
Ah, no, okay, no, this is...
What?
That's over now.
No, that's just resignable.
Yeah.
But it's sort of a reflex. Okay, now resigns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, taking the rook is like the worst thing you can do.
That's the honorable there.
Yeah, it is an honorable bet.
Like, yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna be leaving again, guys. It was fun.
All right.
All right.
Cheers,
Have a
cheers.
great day.
Thanks. Have fun, guys.
Cool. Thanks for stopping by, Henry.
Sure. Cheers, Obi.
Cheers. Yeah, come on, this is finished. It's just the adrenaline now.
Yep.
But you know what? You know, entering this position, the problem is that you are now not necessarily playing this position. You are thinking about the last. Like, how did that? What went wrong? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, absolutely. It's an unfortunate scenario, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, right?
That's how it is. But I understand fully why she went on. It's just thinking about the other position and asking yourself, how could I do that to myself? Wow. Wow. Shoot, what a game there, guys.
I must admit, I feel for Rebecca there.
Yeah, that was rough, but GG.
Rebecca, did you see Queen H3? When you picked
Yeah, I
Queen
saw Queen H3, yeah. I didn't think you could stop the mate.
Damn!
There's only one way.
I told you, Andrew.
Oh, sure, also, that's just how it is.
I told you.
Yeah.
I figured Jesse beat me by giving up a queen. I should try giving up my queen.
That's the way to win, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I think towards the end
D7.
there, you should have just taken the dragon
Which position?
and let me queen, I suppose, instead of trying to stop the pawn from queening.
So I actually missed that you had the check. What I initially calculated was I was going to take your rook, and then after you converted, although actually I think that loses as well. I forgot that the dragon can move like a knight as well. But those two dragons are just really, really strong.
Which position were you mentioning there, Lauren?
After dragon takes on g7, then rook takes dragon. Move
Yeah, it's probably a draw. It's probably we thought it would be a draw. Like you should take the rook.
It would still be very tricky though, because I mean she's got the dragon.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah, but
slightly better.
we thought just dragon takes g7,
Mm-hmm.
and then Andrew actually came up with a very interesting suggestion of queen f2, right? Threatening mate,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but it's perpetual. You play dragon f6 check, king g6, and dragon e8, and then black cannot escape. Yeah, perpetual check.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so this is how it should probably have ended somehow.
Yeah.
Very
Yes.
fascinating game. Fascinating game.
Yes, every time we go to a game, there's always something happening.
It's an
Very
exciting
exciting
variance.
game. Very exciting
Very
game.
exciting. What happened in the other game?
I'm trying to remember now. What happened in the other game?
Jesse.
Rosa game?
I remember it was just dominating by Jessie. I think she had picked up pieces and something. It was just over. Was that not the 92 position?
Jesse, remind us about your game, please. What was it? What was that?
Yeah, it was sort of like a diagonal battery with the dragon bishops, and then I played like bishop a3.
Oh, yeah, no. That was the dragon h6, dragon f8. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Yes, that was the one. No, you know what? We thought earlier on in the opening, Megan, you went dragon f2, and we're not happy with this move because we thought maybe you should go dragon e2. because okay, you went dragon f2, but then I think we thought once you go knight e2, then your dragon f2 could not move. You know, we thought you should go first dragon d3, and then knight e2. You know, and then you are yes, and then Jesse, there was a very interesting move because you played in the opening. Okay, knight f4 took bishop. I mean dragon f2, maybe f5 was Henry's suggestion there. Very interesting because you trade knight c4. Yeah, maybe interesting, but fantastic opening, fantastic game. Wow. Yeah. But I liked your maneuver there, Jesse. Dragon h6 and dragon f8. That was dangerous for white. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, see that strategy with my king and
I think you missed this idea when you played h4, right? Right, Megan?
Yes. I think I was
Yes.
too much on that dragon HD.
Wow.
I kept thinking that if my dragon bishop was on a3, it would be check if the king was on b1, but the pawn on a2 just stops it, and I was like, okay, well, there's no point in that.
Oh, yeah. But you have the knight on b6. I mean, you can
Yes.
flip in. You know, you can play like if your queen is on the diagonal 94 or something like this. You always
94,
play
yeah.
all kinds of things. Wow, yeah.
Well, Jesse, after your storming run in now, you can go get your chicken McNuggets and go have some lunch quickly.
That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat something. Thanks. But after this game, there's another one, right?
There's another one, and then we go into the semi-finals and finals.
When is the next one, if I may ask Andrew?
The next round, well, we should start because we are running late, unfortunately. But the next round we see Rebecca taking on Megan, and we see Khadija taking on Lauren. And it's getting to that point now that points matter. So every point, half point, whatever point they can get is critical. And let's add some spice to it. It's a must-win for Megan, I reckon, in this situation. Whereas with Khadija and Lauren, it's not a must-win yet. But Khadija could do with the points. Let's put it that way.
But I just my location just ended, so I just want to switch.
No, that's fine. Switch away. Let's get the game started in the next 2 minutes. How's that sound?
Alright.
But somehow I agree because I want to do the same. I want to switch from battery to.
All right. Let's do all the switches, guys. I'm just lucky. I have a solo. I just sit here quietly.
Okay. Are we starting at 11?
Are we back?
Game?
Let's start at 11. Let's make it a good time to start at 11.
Okay.
Alright, thanks guys.
Sure.
All right.
Good luck, guys.
What's the chances?
I'll see you now, Andrew. I'll see you at 11.
See you now.
Okay.
Where? Where's still one?
It's under the blankets, it's cold.
I slept on that one side of the bed and hurt my shoulder badly. It's all your fault.
I know how to do that washing.
Right, I'm back. Tell me, Andrew, what's the time limit again?
It's still 10 plus 10. It's only when it gets to the semi-finals does the time control increase.
Okay, but I can only
Run the
be done
potatoes.
for this game, please, and then I'll have to
Are
run
you running out or you have
after that.
Running out, I've got a few potatoes and I need to keep that for lunch tomorrow.
But I don't get money today.
Oh, what you gonna have for supper? Oh, I was making pasta. Pasta.
There you go. So Khadijah's there, Watu's ready.
Let me put the washing on first, please. If I get in that breakfast, but it was only with last of the Cocoa Pops, it wasn't much.
So I'm saying that because with the chips I can nibble while I'm. Alright, we're just waiting for everyone to join online and then we'll go into round 4. So let's have a quick look at the stats. Well, the stats, it's the results I would say would be the best option. If we look at the results, wrong one. Let's look here. 2 rounds to go. We got Rebecca on 1. We got Khadijah on 1. We've got Lauren on 2. We got Megan on 0 and Jessie on 2. I reckon 2 points should get you through to the semis, don't you think, Watu?
Yeah, normally should be.
2 points should see the ladies through to the semis, and then becomes all the fun stuff. Admits.
Lauren, did you receive the challenge?
Sorry, I disconnected because I switched my internet, so I think the challenge probably went away.
Oh, are we ready to rock and roll? Yeah.
We're gonna get rocking and rolling, yeah.
Okay. Good luck, guys.
Thank you. Khadija, I think maybe if you can send the
Just need your username. What the username?
BANXIA.
So Andrew, I'm on the Rebecca against Megan game.
Okay.
Did you start?
You can start. Yes.
You can start.
I did send her the challenge. I'm not sure if she received it. Lauren, did you receive the challenge?
I'm just trying to do something here.
I'm not sure if she received my challenge, so we can start.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like this game is going to be less chaotic in terms of development because.
Lauren? Hi, Lauren. Well, I don't know if Lauren does hear me. I'm not sure if she received the challenge too.
She says, I have accepted Khadija, not starting the game though.
Okay. Okay, see you.
Alright.
No, I don't receive anything.
Yeah, it's not starting on her side. I think there's an issue there. So it might be a refresh screen or something.
Hi, Lauren. I'm not sure.
Alright, and in this game, it looks like pretty decent development for both players.
Okay, I'm just going to show the scores quickly.